Unique European elections coverage. Your voice, your choice.
Good morning, Europe. Thank you for starting your day with us. Let's get you up to date with our top stories. We are live in Paris, dawn at Notre Dame, as the extent of the catastrophic fire there becomes clear. The ancient spire and roof of the cathedral collapse as 850 years of history goes up in flames. And over in the Cube, our social media news desk.
World leaders have been responding as they learn the news of the tragic fire in Notre Dame.
Medieval sculptures and paintings are rescued, but the extent of the damage to Notre Dame's celebrated stained glass windows will only appear with daylight.
We will rebuild Notre Dame, because that's what the French expect, and because it is what our history deserves.
Welcome to the programme. It's good to have you with us this morning. Thousands of Parisians and tourists have gathered outside Notre Dame Cathedral, not to admire the architecture, as over 13 million people do every year, but instead to watch in horror as it burned. This morning, 2/3 of the 12th century cathedral have been burnt beyond recognition. The iconic wooden spire has collapsed, the wooden roof has been destroyed, but some of the priceless artwork inside has been saved. And authorities say the structure itself, including the famous bell towers, has largely been preserved. And as firefighters continue to work inside, French President Emmanuel Macron has already vowed to rebuild. Well, let's go straight over to Paris and to Annelise Borges, who is outside the cathedral now. Morning to you, Annelise. You were there as the fire was raging last night. This morning, how has Paris woken up? What is the national mood?
Well, right now, Belle, the mood is still that of disbelief. Some people have started to come out already this morning here in Ile-Saint-Louis, right next to Ile de la Cité, where the Notre Dame is located. But what I've been told again and again last night was that the unimaginable had happened. That is what people I spoke to said best described what they felt, the shock and horror with which thousands of residents and tourists alike stood in the streets around the area I am right now to watch the Notre Dame Cathedral burn. It was a shocking image, a very distressful picture of that fire ravaging the cathedral within hours, the building that was nearly destroyed within hours. Of course, authorities say it could have been much worse, that the structure of the building has been preserved, but it will take some time for people here to fully come to terms with the loss, with the catastrophic loss they suffered last night.
A cultural catastrophe. Within hours of the alarm being raised, one of the great symbols of Paris is gutted after flames engulfed Notre Dame. Monday night's fire tore through large sections of the iconic cathedral, stunning many onlookers and inflicting emotional pain in others.